So we're in Miami at the biggest art festival in the country, 2017 Art Basel. Incredible artists, exclusive interviews, celebrities, fans, and the dopest brands. I'm Brittany O, and this is The Brittany O Show. What's up? It's Brittany O. It's 2017 Miami Art Basel. I'm with one of the main attractions, shall I say, exclusive with Mr. John Bourne. What's happening?
Hello.
How you feeling?
I feel great.
Absolutely. How's this year been?
Amazing. Like, it went so fast, though.
I know, man.
It's been crazy, but a lot of good things, a lot of blessings.
Yes.
A lot of shows, a lot of music, art, Been a lot going on.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So let's talk about Art Basel. Let's just dive right in. Tell me about all of the different things you've had going on within Art Basel this year.
Man, Art Basel is like the all-star game.
Absolutely.
So it's just time to come show off. So it's like you can't come and not slam dunk or across somebody over, you know what I'm saying? So I just had a few things up my sleeve. This time I missed a year on Basel. So I was kind of like trying to make up for lost time. So I made sure to be in a lot of places. I did a lot of pop-ups, a lot of body painting with the John Bourne experience where I, perform music, mic in left hand, brush in right hand, painting models, So I had a gallery with Fame. Shout out to Jess and Anais. They had a Fame gallery in which I curated a center section and a back VIP section with, about maybe 9 different canvases.
Wow.
It was there for the entire Art Basel so anybody that wanted to come through and see my work could, at any given time walk there. And, with the combination of the pop-ups, it was like I was in so many places at one time.
So I actually popped in on an event that you were at, and it was an Athletes for Art. This was my first year at Art Basel. This was your first year with them, correct?
No, actually, I did 2014 with them at the Mondrian.
Okay.
And, I became friends with Jamoki, and when I was here, I already had all my events booked. So I got here, and he caught wind that I was here, and he was like, "You in Miami?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he's like, "I got an event lined up for you. Already got it, set in stone." So,
shout out to Jamoke.
Exactly. It was only right I did a collab with him. So, he's always showed love, so.
Absolutely.
That was a good one.
Tell me a little bit about that one. That was a little bit different, a little more intimate.
Well, yeah, it was like a upscale men's, what should I call it? I know they do facials there, self-cologne, it's something new for sure. It's called Aqua de Pore. I had never heard of it before then, and basically what I did was I came in, I brought actually, the canvas is on the wall back here. I did a live canvas. I had to protect Philippe. And I went in and finished the details and let everybody watch live as they came into the venue. There was a barber there doing live shades. There was, drinks, good vibe, good music, a DJ, everything. It was a good vibe.
Absolutely. So I have to tell you being a favorite artist, or at least my personal favorite artist, I'll tell you why. I have seen you do everything from canvas to cars to people. Right. Have you always been that confident and that wild with your imagination to just go at it with anything? Or is that something you grew into as an artist?
So the confidence, I could say, has been there.
Okay.
Because, going into anything new, you got to have a certain level of courage to even, dive all the way into it. But it's definitely been a learning experience with, switching canvases so often because, of course, when you get a $300,000 canvas, the ball game changes. I can't go to Michael's and buy another one of those. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
It just came from, doing it so long, so many different projects, so many different commissions. Like, it took me to paint 10,000 pairs of shoes plus before I was like, all right, I'm kind of done with this. I used to always be known as the guy like, oh, that's the guy that does the shoes, or that's the guy that does the clothes. So I was always just like trying to make a transition from not just being that guy, like, oh, the shoe guy.
Right.
I want people to see me and not really be able to explain it. I want you to be confused. Like, I saw this guy today, he's like that's perfect. That's where I wanted to stop. Like, you don't really know how to say it.
That's awesome. It's so artsy. Where did it all begin? Like 4 years old, when you getting in trouble for painting the walls? Where did it all begin?
Actually, no. You would think I was that kid, but I wasn't.
Okay.
I was like a regular, just wanting to have fun outside, play around kid all the way up until 9, 10 when I had some effed up Jordans. I started painting because my shoes were so beat up. I was like, what am I gonna do with these? So I painted them. Everybody liked them. Took a fancy to them. So I made a shirt. I sold my first shirt to a crackhead that lived next door to me. His name was Randy.
You remember Randy?
Everybody's gonna know Randy. I wish I could find this dude. He's walking down the street. He just cashed his check. I know it was check day. Everybody had their checks that day. I was waiting until my mom could break me off a little. So he's coming down the street, and I saw his envelope hanging out his pocket. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing up there?" I'm like, "Oh, whatever." He's like, "No, for real. Like, I like it. Let me buy it." I'm like, buy it. You got some? He pulled out $15. Like, look, let me have that shirt. Gave me the 15. Walked down the street, shirt soaking wet. Still, like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's where it began.
That's when I actually was like, all right, yo, everybody keep asking me for stuff, and have to give me a couple dollars.
Right.
So like the crack kid could pay me, like my friends keep asking for stuff for free, like this ain't adding up.
Right.
So I was like, you know, I still give them deals, like, you know, give me some change, buy my snacks for the day, do something, and I'll do your stuff. So it became like a barter system, you know, a few dollars here and there to mom and pop shop to establishment, sneaker villa, long story.
Wow.
I told that story before. It's a stressful one, but
That's okay.
you know, they show love enough, but we had some issues where I couldn't continue with them. You know, various other companies
Right.
dealing with people that wanted to buy fake shoes and I had to quit. From people that wanted to lowball me and I had to walk out to, you know, being able to connect with a bunch of celebrities based on I was reaching out. You know, kind of gifting people that inspired me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I remember Nicki Minaj came to Harrisburg. I'm like, her mixtape was everybody was playing her mixtape at the time. I didn't really know her, but I heard her music, and I'm like, all right, that's dope. Like, she came from the hood. I started watching her videos, how she came up and stuff. I'm like, oh, make her some heels. She had the Barbie movement, so I made her some heels.
Wow.
Got there, went through a hassle. You know, long story short, I got the shoes to her. Same with Floyd Mayweather. I was just like, yeah, he's undefeated. Like, he's a black man. It's like, it was just inspiring. So I made him some kicks. Same. I took a journey to DC from PA, road trip with like 5 other friends to sit in a hotel for a couple hours just to get me these shoes.
Yes.
And you know, over time, I just started to learn the ropes because it's like it's not always about giving people stuff for free. It's about how you maneuver in the industry. And I learned what I need to know to kind of put myself in a better position. That's how I was able to create like more canvas, get commissions. Because based on my previous accolades, I were able to walk into certain doors and say, this is what I've done. Here's my portfolio. Now, the more that I build, the more cars I have under my resume, the easier, someone that has a Bugatti is going to say, I want to book John Bourne to paint my.
Exactly. So tell the viewers the importance of that perseverance. Some people say, I'm not waiting 5 hours outside just so I can get some sneakers for free. Some people don't understand it. Some people do, but they're like, when is my time? I know we've all been there. Explain to them the importance of that perseverance.
It's like being hungry. Like literally, like being hungry, like needing food. I'm as hungry for needing those opportunities as I am to need nutrition to continue on a day-to-day basis. Like, if you wake up at 6 in the morning and you work until the next day at 6 in the morning and don't eat, you might pass out. I need those opportunities that much. So at some point you need some type of breakfast, lunch, dinner, somewhere in between you gotta, feed the machine. And that's the same. You gotta look at it the same way. If you don't have that drive, it's really not for you. Just do some regular stuff, get a job, take care of your no, for real, like just take care of your family, do what you gotta do, do your routine. Like I don't have a routine. I could be in Japan tomorrow, I could be in Vegas the next day, and it's just because of what I've done, the work that I put in, what people noticed, and people wanting to inquire about my services based on what I've done from, the same kid that was doing Jordans in the basement to now when we're in a showroom full of $500,000 vehicles or $250,000 vehicles, etc.
Absolutely. In the beginning stages, I know you've been city to city, state to state, out of the country even. In the beginning stages, was it hard to transfer over? Was it hard, for instance, for someone to understand the gift that you have in Philadelphia versus San Diego?
Oh, of course. Oh, my God.
Tell us about that.
Where I come from, it's like, I don't want to say it's no love, because people love you, like your family love you, your friends love you, but I'm talking about the support of watching somebody make it.
Right.
I didn't really feel the support until I made it somewhere and realized that I really had something, because where I'm from, everybody was used to me.
And where are you from?
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So everybody's like, that's the, they knew what it was, and either you like it or you don't, but I left with nothing. Like 6-7 years ago, it was me, my brother, I had a backpack, 2 outfits, I had like $26 in the buddy pads.
Woo!
I was like, man, we're going to LA for a birthday party. We came here. I just never left the West Coast since then. And, now I'm traveling a lot. But then it was like, it was like it's now or never. It's this or nothing. I didn't have nothing to lose. I got friends and family, but it was like I wasn't trying to be complacent with what I thought was making it back then. Because you coming up in the hood, it's like you think that making it is, all right, I got 10 pounds, I got a gun, I got a car, I got a bad shorty, and I'm good.
Yeah.
I got some money stashed away. Like that was the dope boy dream. It's like, look at him, he got a Range Rover.
Right.
But back then my dream car was a Range Rover. I didn't know what a Bentley was. I didn't even never see, I had never touched a Mercedes, nothing. I didn't know what none of that stuff. All I knew was like, yo, Range is nice, I would like to have that. I didn't even know what a luxury car was back then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just, if you're not gonna take a leap of faith, you're not gonna progress. You gotta put your neck on the line, be willing to take an L.
Absolutely.
Everybody's so scared of taking the L, they scared to walk up to a person and say, hi, I'm such and such. You're like, oh my God, it's him. And then you go home like, damn, I should have said something to Diddy when he was in there. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. So let's talk just a little bit about social media because it's powerful and it is all over.
Yeah.
There are some people with a lot of followers. There are some people that are still building that.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the transition or the importance of your social media and how it can convert over to financial gain.
Well, a lot's changing about social media now.
Yes.
But if you want me to speak on last year, a few years ago, it was a lot easier to monetarily gain with your social media just because the algorithms were different. Like it was easy for him not knowing me or her not knowing me to see my stuff on the Explore page, but that was kind of like the setup for exactly what it is now. Now you're going to see stuff you like often, stuff you talk about, stuff you think about, stuff you search. That's what you're going to see. So it's kind of like they're filtering it now to where now you almost have to pay for promotion if you're not in a certain bracket of followers already. You have that core fan base. But as far as making money online, it's definitely very easy when you have a core fan base of people that like you. It's just about pinpointing what they like about you and kind of catering to that. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, for instance, a lot of people like shoes. Most of my clients like shoes, so of course I'm going to promote shoes. I'm not going to stop doing it,
Right.
but I'm going to make sure that I do that X amount of time to keep my cash flow coming in because that's what people know me for. Like the Games, the Chris Browns, Rick Ross. Like when you name people like that, Jamie Foxx, all those are like, as far as I go, they own shoes that I've done.
Right.
So other people were like, oh, Game got a pair of shoes from John Brown. I want a pair of shoes.
Right, of
So I'm
course.
still going to capitalize on that, but at the same time, use that to piggyback different things, like I said, luxury cars, canvas, commissions, and things like that. But
Absolutely. Love it. Love it. So the show is all about everywhere I go, I grow, right? And I'm sure anyone that travels can totally relate to that. Everywhere we go, we grow.
Right.
Well, there's some kids that don't have the privilege right now to travel. There's some people that have no idea what it's like to be outside of their city. Talk to some of those kids that have that niche, like for art, for drawing, for rapping, for writing, for poetry. What would your advice be to them that think, there's no way, how do I even begin?
Anytime anybody asks me a question like this, I got one answer. Same answer every time. Every single day do it. Some people do like all week and like, oh, the weekend's here, let's party. Nah, you fucked up already. You partied out and somebody else was grinding that day still. That was grinding all 6 days you worked and the day you partied.
Yes.
You missing that day. Until you get where you think you should be at, stop doing other shit. If you think you a rapper, rap every day. If you an artist, paint every day. If you a model, take a picture every day. I don't care if it's a selfie with a photographer, whatever you do it every day. You're not gonna get better, or you're not gonna have the opportunities if you sitting around missing it, popping bottles or squeezing up in somebody's section just to have fun. Like get your shit done, then go party when you got your bread.
That's it. That's
I don't
it.
party. I don't go out. I go out when somebody says, hey, John, we need you to paint here, or we need you to show face here. We got X amount of dollars, or we got X amount of tables. We're accommodating X amount of people. Or I'm not going unless it's like, oh, my guy Peter Parker's like, yo, I need you to pull up. Like,
Shout out to Peter Parker. That's
right.
right.
Unless it's like that, then I'm not really going.
That's right.
Like, I don't have no reason to be there in my all white while people dirtying up my shit, spilling drinks on me. That's not my vibe. outdoor art show right here at MVP. Invite everybody in Miami out and sell some art
And that's a good sign.
eat with my family.
Absolutely, absolutely. John, thank you so much for taking a little piece of time out
Thank you.
for the Brittany O Show tonight. We have had a blast with you.
Appreciate
So
it.
inspiring. Thank you for the passion and everything you're bringing. Last question for you for the evening. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, from the little boy that was selling t-shirts to the crackhead Randy, all the way to the end with your old man with the swagged out wheelchair with the wheels, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to be remembered for, John? Take your time.
I want to keep my purity as far as being humble. Because as much as I may talk about what I've accomplished or tell somebody where I think I am in life, I'm not the person that's going to look at you because you're less than me and say I'm not going to collaborate with you or I'm not going to speak to you or give you the time of day. Because I remember those times when people, I felt like I was beneath somebody else and I'm reaching out for help and they're like, oh, whatever. You know what I mean? Just hanging up the phone. I've never been that guy. If I got the time and I see somebody working every day, like don't get me wrong, I'm not stopping anything at every moment to give everybody advice, not at all. But if I can witness you doing it and you really got that drive, I just want to be a member of that person that didn't count anybody out. Anytime I can contribute or give somebody that advice or give somebody some insight to let them get to the next step, I'm not scared about you taking my position. I want you to make it. I want you to be an artist. I want you to be like, yo, John Bourne inspired me to do this. Now look at it. There's plenty of people that I seen them at 1,000 followers on Instagram. I post their art and now I see them at 150K or this or that. And they still text me like, yo, bro, I remember when you was the only one. Like, I like that. That's a good feeling. I just want to be remembered for a dude that wasn't scared to fuck with the little guy.
I love it. We appreciate that so much.
I appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you. So, I need a platform for people to hear the story and know what it's about. So without that, if they can't see it, it didn't happen, right?
That's real.
If a tree falls, you know.
That's right. Who heard it? Did it happen?
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. There's so much more to come. But tonight we're signing out. John Bourne in the building. At John Bourne is the handle.
Yeah. Let me just say one thing. Aura. That's it.
And we out.